Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
The only way to get what you want in life, which is financial freedom, is to have the first generation mindset. First generation mindset is all about taking nothing for granted, waking up every morning motivated and challenged up. This mindset applies to you, each and every person in this room. It applies to you if you were the first one to come to America, first one to be a realtor, first one to be an entrepreneur, or first one to be a single mom. As you go down in generations, in a second, third, fourth, or fifth generation realtor, or fourth generation American, guess what we do? We take things for granted. I came to this country 20 years back with a whole lot of nothing. What I'm going to unfold for you today is my 20-year journey from being a new person in America, when I first went to college, when I first got my first job in America, in corporate America, being a realtor, and where I'm at today. But I'm going to crack for you the secret formula that I applied over all these years. It's a 3-step process. Yeah, there you go. Step 1 is vision. Hey, Matt, can you get my clicker in there, please? It's in the front pocket. There you go. Step 1, vision. Step 2, value. And third step is ask. All of us have ask in life. We want to ask for a listing, a buyer to work with us, someone to go out for a date with us. We always have an ask, and we go for the ask. We are trained growing up. Don't give up. Don't take no for an answer. Well, that's a philosophy. My philosophy is it's about vision first, then comes your value, and then comes your ask. Just to give you an example, ask if you're a kid, you have an ask to get a candy from your parents or to go out and play. As a young adult, you may have an ask to have a sleepover or to go out for a date night. As an adult, you may have an ask to get a pay raise or get a promotion. Now, if you are an employee or if you were employed at any point in time in your career and you want to take a week off or 10 days off for your family vacation, what you're wired to do is talk to your manager and tell them, hey, can I take a week off or 10 days off? If they have adequate resources and not enough workload, they may approve your vacation or they may say no, correct? It's either yay or nay. On the other hand, if you apply the vision, value, ask strategy, it becomes so much easier. In this example, vision would be, I've been with your company for the last 3 years. My vision is to be most valued employee of your organization. My vision is to be the go-to person, no matter what you need and when you need. The value you bring to the organization over all these years, I've poured in providing these resources, doing transactions, whatever it may be. My ask today is to be able to spend some time with my family. I believe in having work-life balance. And I promise you this, when I'm on vacation, I'll be reachable. In fact, if you want, I can block a certain time of the day, every day, to take care of business. Now, if you approach your ask with vision, value, and then ask, do you think your manager, your client, your employer is more likely to say yes? What do we do every day? We go straight for the ask. Would you list your home with me? Would you join EXP as a realtor? We go for the ask. We don't talk about the vision that Glenn Sanford has for this company and this organization at a global level. We don't talk about the value effectively. We straight go for the ask. Matt, you got the clicker going? You clicking for me? Thank you for doing that. So as I talk about my journey today with you, I'll break it down for you how I applied my vision, value, ask for the last 2 decades and what's got to me this stage today. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Awesome. So I was born in India, and I moved to US in 2001, came here to go to grad school. When I first came to US at 20-year age, my first simple ask was to be accepted. The way I speak today, I had an accent, I didn't dress up the way I dress up today, I carried myself differently. My small ask was, let me be accepted into this American culture. For you, born and raised over here, it's taken for granted, the way you carry yourself. But the big ask I had was, when you come to US as an international student, you come on a student visa. Your primary ask is to get a job, to get employment because you go from student visa to work visa. In order to get a job, when someone gives you a job, they have to sponsor your work visa, which is for a certain number of years. And once you graduate, you have 12 months for someone to sponsor your work visa. If that does not happen, you get shipped back to your home country. So that was my big ask. But coming to this American country, I had a dream. I had a vision that I made it all the way here from India. I'm going to make the best of my life. I did not know what I was going to do, but I was going to make an impact in this country. The first big roadblock I had was to get a job on campus. Now, guess what? Based on my grades I had from my undergrad from India, they were not as good. And when they converted them, it was only 2.9 GPA. On the admission letter, it said, Kunal, you admitted to LSU. Admission is on probation, which means you cannot work on campus. But I said, listen, I'm not going to ask for another penny from my parents. I got to find a job on campus. So I came about week 10 days before the semester started. I was staying with other international new students. And every morning I would wake up, walk to school, knock on every professor's door, asking for a job. Come back home in the evening, and my friends would say, Kunal, what's wrong with you? It says on your admission letter, you cannot work on campus. And I would tell them, you know what, let me first find a job, I'll find a way. But throughout the process, next 10 days, every day, my first stop was to my department, which was marketing, go see my professor, go see my graduate advisor, engage with them, build a relationship with them. And just 2 days before the semester started, there was an opening in marketing department. And my dean, my graduate advisor called me and said, Kunal, we want to give you the assistantship. I said, but Dr. McKee, it says probation, I cannot work on campus. I appealed to the dean of business school, and the criteria was removed, and I got a job on campus. That was the first breakthrough. I was not going to give up because on my admission letter it said, I cannot work on campus. Next big ask was to be accepted in this culture. For you who were born and raised over here, going to a restaurant to eat and ordering your own food is such a simple process. Back at home in India, everything is family style. Okay? So when you go out, head of the household, head of the table, orders food for everyone. I remember I was 20 years old, went for breakfast with my professor and 2 other students. I went to a Wendy kind of a place. They had tons and tons of options. And I was, what do I order? I nudged the friend next to me. His name is Tiru. Hey, Tiru, what should I order? He said, number three. I said, that sounds good. That's easy. Here came the server, and she asked me, what do you want to order? And I said, number 3. I thought, oh, that's all set. I'm all good. She said, okay, number 3. How do you want your eggs? Fried egg. Do you want the sunny side up? Do you want it well done? Yes, that sounds good. Okay, do you want some toast? Yeah, toast. You want white bread, brown bread? I said, toast. Do you want some juice? Yes, juice. Orange juice. With pulp, without pulp. I was flustered, all sweating. Get off my back. Get me some breakfast. This was 20 years back. I did not have the confidence to order breakfast. It seems alien to you, but your cultural background, where you come from, makes a big difference. Not that I could not adapt myself, but think about coming to America, being independent, finding a job, getting education, and adapting yourself, and learning the culture while trying to be as American as I could be. It was not easy. So by show of hands, how many people were born in America? Most of you guys were born in America. If you go back and look back, talk to your parents, grandparents, someone in your family came to America with a whole lot of nothing. They came with a vision. And the vision was, I can fail, I can fall, but I will not give up. Most realtors give up within 12 months of being in the business. Why? Because they don't have the drive and passion to keep going at it. And when they do give up, they have a fallback option. Let me get another job. Let me tap into savings. Or let me call Uncle Sam to give me unemployment benefits. As an international student, that was not an option. The only way to stay in this country was to get a job on campus and then finally get a job. So following semester, I got a summer internship, and then I worked for a top consulting company, Deloitte. Matt, do you have my clicker?
That one's better.
This one's better? All right, I'll make it work with this. So I moved to Houston in 2003. Deloitte is a consulting company. So when I was interviewing for a job on campus, this was the most sought-after company. Now, for me to get that job, that was my ask. My vision was to get employment in America. but I had to elevate my value. So when I interviewed for the job in fall of the following year, amongst 250, 300 students, I was the only one who had 3.6, 3.8 GPA. I was the only one who was certified internal auditor, and I was the only one who was certified information systems auditor. With that profile, my value went up, and my ask to get that job became easy. And that's how I came into Houston, working with top consulting company Deloitte. Worked for them a number of years, then I transitioned, worked for a company called Transocean. Now, you guys may have heard of the BP oil spill, Macondo oil spill, happened in Gulf of Mexico. The oil rig that went down, unfortunately, that's the company I worked for. For the last 2 years, 2012, 2013, I would go to these rigs all over the world and do operational safety audits. Come back to Houston, get 1 month off. 1 month on, 1 month off. And the kind of person I am, I could not just be sitting around. So I said, you know what, let me get my license in 2013. Started doing real estate part-time, I joined the RE/MAX brand. Now, while at RE/MAX, I was doing my full-time job, and I was a realtor. But then again, I had a vision to be financially independent. I had a vision to be in control. And as an immigrant, one of the visions we all have is to hit the $100,000 paycheck in base salary, not in benefits. In 2013, my base salary was about $93,000 in change. In March 2013, I told my hiring manager, well, this year when I get my pay raise based on industry standards, I would like to get to 6 figures, $100,000. I shared that vision in March 2013 while I got my license. That year, worked as a part-time realtor for the next 5-6 months. That was also the year when me and my wife were expecting a first baby. I had sold my home, and I was living with my brother-in-law, Sonnet, in his home. So living in his home, expecting a baby, wife is at home. Third trimester in August timeframe, unfortunately, we lost the baby. Then September, I got a letter from my HR. I got the damn pay raise. It was amazing. I read the number. It was $93,987. $13 short of $100,000. That number is so insignificant. We spend that money on coffee. For a microsecond, I was upset. I was super upset. But the next microsecond, I smiled. Said, God has given me a sign. This is it. This $13 has broken my back. I went back home, talked to my wife. Honey, I'm sorry, we just lost a baby last month and you're sitting at home, but I believe I can do wonders in this business. I just need you to back me up. I want to quit corporate America today and be a full-time realtor. And she said, I believe in you. If that's what you want to do it. Wife sitting at home, no income, nothing. I said, you know what? I believe in my vision, and I'm going to quit my job. Now, that year, as a part-time realtor, I had made about $60,000 in commission. So I got some confidence. As a part-time realtor, if I can do that, as a full-time, I will be able to crack $100,000 in the following year. But that was the start of the journey. Then that year, I partnered with my brother-in-law. We go by the Seth brothers team. But inside scoop, we're not brothers. He's my brother-in-law, married to my sister, born and raised in Boston. I was born and raised in India. Just a coincidence, our last name is Seth. Just a coincidence. When he made the team, we said, Seth brothers sounds much better than Seth brother-in-laws. And our inspiration was a show on HGTV called Property Brothers. So 2014, we made the team. Of course, we were with RE/MAX. And we had a lot of success over the years. And 2018, we left RE/MAX, came over to EXP, took a team from RE/MAX world into the EXP world. So the next few slides, as I talk to you, I'll share with you my journey of leaving corporate America, getting to real estate, the roadblocks thrown at us, what challenges we had, and where we are at today. The first thing I'll tell you is you must visualize being successful. Whatever success means to you, whether it's money in the bank, work-life balance, number of transactions, whatever it may be, you must visualize that. It says Feb 2014, based on production of RE/MAX, $60,000, I qualified for Executive Club Award. And in 2014, I went for RE/MAX conference in Dallas. I said, I'm not going on stage for Executive Club Award. I want to go on stage the following year future, when I get to higher level award. But same event, there was a girl who got Remax Rising Star in the state of Texas. I said, what the hell is that? Came back to Houston, went to my broker owner, asked the question, tell me what this Remax Rising Star Award is all about. He said, Kunal, for that, you got to earn $250,000. And you got to do all of these things. I said, I'm going to win it this year. He looked at me and smirked at me. That picture, his face, is imprinted. I left his office, went to Sonnet. Sonnet, I'm going to win Remax Rising Star this year. That means I'm going to earn quarter. That means you're going to earn quarter. That means we got to earn $500,000 first year as a team. He said, let's do it. And that year, I did win Remax Rising Star. Not only that, there's something called GHBA, Greater Houston Builder Association. I also won GHB Realtor of the Year Award and won it again in 2018 because I visualized myself walking that stage as Remax Rising Star. What are you doing today? Are you visualizing yourself where you're at, where you want to be at, or you put your car on cruise control and you're going about it? There's nobody who's going to come and push your car harder than yourself. I also believe some people are self-motivated. Some need a push all the time. I was born with batteries included, okay? Some people need to be charged all the time, whether it's external force, motivational video, whatever it may be. If you depend on external forces, there's so much you can do in your life. But if you're not that person, find someone who can charge your battery at all times. That could be me, that could be Frank, that could be a spouse. You got to have someone. But visualizing your vision for goal is critical. I'll share a few things more with you. This is one of my favorite pictures. Winners focus on winning, and losers focus on who? Winners. In 2018, when we were leaving Remax, we had a big team of 14, 15 team members. When we left with only 5 team members. Sonnet, myself, 2 operational staff, and 1 agent who was expecting a baby. And we leased over 6,000 square feet space in Sugar Land. Everyone said, these damn Seth brothers, they've gone crazy. They're going to crash and burn. 5 of them, they need 6,000 square feet space. I said to myself, said to them, don't worry. We know what we're doing. And we stayed in our lane of being focused, lane of being successful. Let the noise stay on the sideline. In fact, I started a hashtag called #NumbersDon'tLie. I would post that every few months because our previous brokers would post numbers, Remax versus EXP, Remax versus EXP, right? But numbers don't lie, right? In time, we showed our numbers to the world. But I'll show you another thing over here. This is a check I wrote to myself in May 2017, post-dated to December 31st, 2020. I was not making any money close to that number back in 2017. As a team we were Diamond Producer, we had earned $1 million, but I said, I'm going to put myself to task. I wrote myself a check payable to myself for $1 million 2.5 years ahead. And guess what? But December 31st, 2020, this is net income, not company, Kunal, after all the expenses. I not only met, I exceeded that goal. That evening, December 31st, I clearly remember. I had a New Year Eve party at my house. I had my parents, my sister, Sonnet, my kids. I had everybody sit down. And nobody had an idea what the hell I was going to do. And this check was sitting in the safe. I pulled it out, tore the envelope, and showed everyone. I thanked my mom, my dad, my brother, my brother-in-law, my sister, my wife. I said, thank you for believing in me. Because back in 2013, when I made the transition, had my wife said, Kunal, are you crazy? We just lost a baby. I'm sitting at home. Do you really want to be a realtor? What about the health insurance? Nothing. She believed in me that allowed me to do what I want to do today. So what is missing for you? You can write yourself a check. You can write yourself a note. But there has to be something in your life that has to push you over. If you don't, you get pushed over. These are some of the numbers I'm going to share with you, what we produced the last few years, 20 million, 50 million. Last year we did 152 million. But the reason why we're successful, I'll share with you, first few years with Remax, next few years with EXP. I'll share with you the vision I had to be successful in real estate, which applies to you today. As realtors, we chase a deal, a buyer or a seller. Our ask is, please list your home with me, or please let me help you buy a home. Houston has 50,000 plus licensed realtors. Dima does. It's not hard to get your license. When we were brand new in 2014, we evaluated all the top brokers in the Houston market. Your Jimmy Franklin, Ronnie Matthews, Joe Rothschild, you name them, the top brokers. They all had one thing in common. They all had preferred status with builders. Buyer goes into a sales office, says, I want to buy a home, I have a home to sell, and I'm not working with a realtor. They would say, call the Franklin team, call the Joe Rothschild team. So we were based in Sugar, and we said, let's get a piece of that action. Our vision was to get preferred status with these builders. But if I walked into Darling Home, Taylor Morrison Home, Heritage Home, and said, hey, we are Seth brothers, we want to be preferred, guess what they would say to us? Get lost. Who the hell are you guys? So we had to do first thing, elevate our value. When you elevate your value, then the ask becomes easy. There will not be a day in 2014 when we were either at the RE/MAX office or we were walking through inventory homes, homes under construction, and walk through all the homes. Every Saturday, Sunday, we would do open houses. Open house signs were yay big with a brand on it. We would put 50 to 80 signs in Riverstone. Every turn you made, you would see the sign. It would take us an hour and a half to put the sign and to remove them. We had zero listings. We would beg realtors, hey, can I please do an open house for you? And they would say, who the hell are you guys? Get lost. We would beg builders, we'll do marketing for you. They would say, get lost. But we got a break here or there. These open houses, we would do them rain or shine. We had a strategy. When buyers would come in, we would demonstrate the value of buying a new home versus buying a resale home. We would take these same buyers to every model home in the community, and we had about 14, 16 of these model homes. When we would take them over there, we would know what the buyer wanted. 2 bedrooms down, 5 bedrooms, 2 master suites, whatever the requirements would be. We would say, builder, that's the floor plan. They need a home facing northeast direction. That's the lot. Is it still available? So we became almost like an extension for the sales team. Within 6, 7 months, we got multiple sales. We got noticed by the management team. This is in July 2014. We happened to be a model home park, and the VP of sales for Taylor Morrison Home, his name is Jim Ellison. Now he's with Beazer Homes. He's a division president. We happened to bump into him in Riverstone Model Home Park. And we had maybe a minute too long conversation. He said, I see that you guys sell a lot of homes to cultural buyers, Indian buyers. So what's that all about? I had less than 60 seconds to demonstrate to Jim Ellison that I and my team had certain knowledge and expertise that nobody else had, and said certain key things to him. He said, you seem to know a whole lot. In 2 weeks, I'm training my whole citywide team. Can you train my team how to work with the international buyers? I said, yes, we got it. I went 24/7 working on the presentation. In the last 7 years, Sohant and I have traveled nationwide. We have trained 10,000 plus people, realtors, salespeople. Our training is called How to Decode and Win Cultural Buyers. Now that's value we're adding to the industry, adding value to these builders. When you add value, then comes the ask. What's the ask? Can I list homes for you? Can it be preferred for you? And within a year, Taylor Morrison Darling Home approved us to be an approved business partner, realtor with them. And now we have more builders. But it starts off with what? Vision, to be clear about what we want from these builders. Partnership. Next, value. Let me help them sell more homes. And the last comes ask. Last 24 months, most builders have shut the doors on us. Some builders were paying us $1. $1 when you bring a buyer. Some builders said, you're going to get flat commission, not 3%. Did that happen? But markets are shifting. The same builder coming back to us and giving us bonus and BTSAs. Early on this week, a division president of the top builder in Houston market, their national builder, text me and Jimmy Franklin together. Hey guys, I'm planning on changing the marketing strategy, adding this much bonus to a realtor partner. What's your opinion? Now he has access to 50,000 realtors. He's a division president of Meritage Home. Why did he ask me the question? Because over the years, me and my team have added too much value to this builder. They trust our opinion. Over the years, we've helped builders like Taylor Morrison Home, Darling Home, Newmark Home design their floor plans. 5 years back, the owner of Highland Home, Jean Ann, flew me and Sonnet over to Dallas. We went to a personal home, had dinner with her because she wanted to learn what are these guys doing. That was the same year we had sold a lot of homes in Riverstone with other builders and 0 homes with Highland Homes. I'll tell you why. Riverstone is a big community. There's a section that is zoned to certain schools, Missouri City versus Sugar Land. So we were selling more homes in the Avalon section. We sold 0 with Highland Home. And their policy is first sale 3, second sale 4, third sale 5% commission. In fact, every year they would draw for a Mercedes car as a gift to realtors. We sold 0 homes. And she asked me on dinner table, Jean Ann, Kunal, you sold so many homes in Riverstone. And she had all the research, but 0 with Highland Home. Tell me why. I said, Jean, I'm glad you asked the question. I believe in advising my clients financially what I would do if I were them. Here are the reasons why I bought my home with this builder in this section. Gated section, school zoning, tax rate, floodplain, all of those reasons. Whereas your section is zoned to da-da-da-da, all of these reasons. Had you been building in this section, I would have sold your home. I believe in partnering not based on merit or commission earned or the Mercedes car. That partnership will go away the day you stop giving 5% commission. Her response was, you know what? That's why I respect you so much. That's why you're sitting in my home. Next day, we spent 9 hours walking through every model home in the Dallas market with our architect team, recommending, suggesting what they should do, should not do with the design floor plans. Do you think that happened by fluke? No. It was a strategy to add value. These numbers you see on the chart don't happen overnight just by sitting around waiting for the phone to ring or to call a seller. Most realtors want the quick money now. And that money now comes from selling a resale home. Correct? You get paid in 30 to 45 days. New construction can take 6 months, 10 months, sometimes even a year to get paid. Maybe you don't have the patience. Maybe you don't have the financial means. But then if you sell 10 resale homes in a year versus selling 10 new construction homes, the leverage you'll have selling those homes is incremental. It's phenomenal. That's why when we sell homes, builders call us, okay, the Seth Brothers team has sold 5 homes, 10 homes with this builder. We have leverage with them. That's why we list homes for them. So if you want a quick result today, quick money today, go for a resale. The last 12 months, every resale home, you're working against other realtors, bidding against one another. Builders had the price. They work alongside with you to get you to the finish line. Now, those of us who are brand new realtors, we may not have the financial success to wait for 6 months, 9 months, 10 months, but that's our vision. However, that's also a roadblock for realtors on the team. So strategically, what we did was in 2014, we have a draw system. If anyone on a team sells a new construction that's closing in 6 months, 9 months, 10 months, we give them a draw against that every month. It's done on a case-by-case basis. Because if my vision is to be a trusted partner for these builders, then my team has to also believe in that. But if they don't have the money, can they believe in that? No. I have to provide them tools to accomplish that. Now, show of hands, how many of you guys are brand new agents, less than a year? Quite a few of you. How many of you, this is your second or third career? Your third career or second career? This is your third? Fourth? Third career. And how long have you been licensed?
Well, licensed probably 10 years.
10 years as a realtor?
Yeah, but I've probably been working.
Do we have a mic?
5 years. Yes, I do.
That's okay. How many years have you been a realtor? 10 years licensed.
I got my license like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And now I've been working full time about, what, 4 years now? With Frank. I started with
So
Frank.
4 years as a realtor. And you're brand new? Second. You're brand new, Mike, correct? So how long have you been licensed now?
Counting today? Probably about 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah.
So I know of you, but I do not know who you are. Is that a fair statement? So I just met you at a networking event.
Yes.
Okay, I do not know what you do for a living. If I ask you, Mike, what do you do for a living? What would you say?
I'd say my name's Kevin, and what I do is I help people.
Did I say Mike?
You said Mike, but
Sorry.
I got the mic.
Kevin?
I got the mic. I help people get the next house of their dreams. I jokingly tell people I have a ministry for homeless people. I sell them homes. But that's what I do. That's what I would say.
Love it. And Kevin, what's your background?
Before I got into this lovely field, I've been primarily in international logistics, moving things around the world. And then also in completion of hotels.
Okay.
I like hotels. Yeah.
What else?
I'm quite active in the community and different organizations, nonprofits, my church, stuff like that. I live here in the Woodlands, and our old saying for the Woodlands, you wanted to live, work, and play in the Woodlands. And like you, I had been a consultant I was with Anderson and Accenture, and I got tired of jetting around the world and wanted to be more entrepreneurial and work in my community. So that's what I've chosen to do.
So consulting, logistics, what was the third thing?
Real estate.
Real estate now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So when I asked you what you do for a living, you said what you do for a living now.
Yes.
There was no thread to your past. There was no thread to your back experience,
Yes.
right? So if I were you, I would say I believe in helping people make the right financial decision. Over the years as a professional, I was in the consulting world, where I help people navigate the complexities of making the right financial decision. I also was in the logistics industry, where I help move things around. And today, as a professional realtor, I help people not just do that, but make the right decision. So what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is this. We get into the ask and the direct first.
Yeah.
But your history is powerful. Maybe 20, 30 years being in consulting, Anderson Company, being in the logistics business is critical. But if you don't tie that back in, then you're just talking about, I'm a realtor. And most of you, if I quiz you right now, if you were asked the question, what do you do for a living? I'm a realtor.
Yeah.
I help you get the best deal in the market. Every realtor would say that. Who would not say, I help you get the best deal or get the best value? But it's about what your background is critical. So what I do professionally is I help people get clarity about their vision. So if your vision is clear, then you can build on your value. And then your ask becomes so easy. I've been in multiple conferences, Zoom calls, and I would ask the same question. And they would say what their value is, what they do for a living. But when I challenge them and thread together their background, that becomes a story going forward. Last month, we were in Florida for the EXP conference. And last night, we had an event at a club. I was standing in line. Behind me was a couple. And I asked them a question, what they did and where they were from. And they gave the whole lifeline. Then I asked the same question, what do you do for a living? Role played. And she said, I'm a realtor, said all that. I said, now let me be you, and let me tell you what you should be saying. So she and her husband are musicians, okay? And I said to her, I believe in bringing harmony in people's lives. We believe in having different instrument, which is same as real estate. And I gave a whole spiel, and she was blown away. Next morning, she bumped into me in the hallway. She pulled up her EXP profile. She had changed it completely with those harmony words and synchronization, all those things. But that's her story. She's probably in the business for the last many, many years, but she was saying what she was trained to say. I'm a realtor. Let me help you buy a home, sell a home, or do a transaction. That will get you so far. Your background, each one of his background, no matter how long you've been a realtor, no matter what business you came from, is the key to your success. My recipe is my background coming from India, corporate America, the struggles I had, and what I'm doing today. That threads me to be in a position of success today. If I just said, Kunal, Seth Brothers team sold so many homes, so? There's somebody else in the market who's doing more than me. New people who raise their hand also will be hearing this all the time. They say our business is a merit-based business. I've been a realtor for 10 years, 20 years, 40 years. I'm really good. Who cares how long you've been a realtor? It's not merit-based, it's service-based business. If you in the Army or forces, 20 years serving the Army, I agree with that. That is merit-based. Our business is service-based. You outperform the other realtor who's in your market doing 20 million, 30 million, but 20 years in the business. You outperform them in your service. You'll outperform them in the production. You may never catch up somebody else who's got more years. When we were new, 2014, 2015, people thought we were a shooting star. You'd go up and fade away. Numbers, hashtag don't lie. They don't lie, right? It's the commitment. I'll pause here. What are your thoughts? Is it making sense, guys? Any questions, any comments? Yes, please. Okay. So what I heard was you're a brand new realtor.
So, like I said, my name is Dario. I'm new to real estate. I'm about 13 months in. But like I said, I'm only 24. And I have confidence, but I still feel like I lack more experience, more background. So how can I go with that?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you said this is the first full-time career, correct?
Absolutely.
Well, you're 24. You must have been doing something before this, correct?
Just working.
What were you working?
Commercial building, helping an engineer, gym,
So
simple
you have an
jobs.
engineering degree?
No degree.
So what were you doing? You were doing build?
No, just helping, just as assistant engineering, pretty much building, construction, simple work.
Okay. And what made you get your license?
What was that?
Why did you get your license to be a realtor?
Why? During COVID, stimulus checks came in, and I decided to take a leap of faith, and real estate has always been a passion and idea of mine. So I jumped in, and 3 months in, I got my license. And
So what do you like about real estate?
what I like about real estate,
Yeah.
that it's completely different from any other job. The fact
But
that
so is being a nurse is also different. Why real estate?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Is
that
it
much.
simple to get in? Is it low barrier? Is that why you got in?
No. I definitely knew it wasn't going to be an easy task.
Okay.
Real estate was definitely a job that I could enjoy more often. Didn't have to be in a cubicle 24/7.
Okay.
The fact that
So being independent is important to you.
yes,
Okay. Being in control is important to you. You're wired not to be an employee but an employer. Okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 7? What's your vision for growth?
well, I would love to be a top producer, whether it would be EXP or become my own broker.
Why?
Because that's what
Is being top producer more important to you or making more money is important to you?
being a top producer definitely.
So you're a top producer, you got 100 units sold in 2023, but they're all rental listings. You got the award, plaque for top producer, but you only made $20,000. Is that a reward for you?
No.
So financial success is more important to you than being a top producer.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
So what is financial success for you?
Well,
Making 50,000, 100,000? What's that
so
number?
I actually wrote it down on my phone when you were saying what a financial statement, what I feel would be great was to at least see 100K in a bank account
Okay.
like that.
So in the last few years when you're doing this part-time, what's the most amount of money you made?
The most
The most in a year?
in a year, probably like 20K.
20K. So you want to go from 20K to $100,000. If you set yourself a timeline when you would get to that number, how many years from today?
I haven't set a timeline yet.
Why not?
Well, I'm still trying to figure it out. I was taking notes and how am I gonna get to that? And
So let me
step
ask
by
you this,
step.
13 months into this business, where are you at today? How much money have you made so far?
Oh. All right,
We're in a
repeat that?
church, no one's judging, it's okay.
Sorry, repeat that.
We're in a, just kidding you, well, how much money have you made so far, the last 13 months, approximately?
Approximately, maybe like 12K.
$12,000, $1,000 a month. Are you a single agent or are you part of a team?
I'm part of a team.
Part of a team. Okay, and the team is over here?
Yes.
So why should I hire you as a realtor?
Why should?
Yeah?
Well, I'm bilingual. I'm familiar with the area.
Is it Arabic?
No, Hispanic.
Sorry, okay.
Yes, I get that a lot. But I'm Hispanic. I speak Spanish. I know the area really well, and my attitude is
So does Susie,
positivity.
so does Cookie. She's bilingual, she knows the area well. Why should I hire you?
My positivity and just my.
I'm just talking to you on the phone, I can't see a positivity.
I don't know.
See, here's the problem. You are selling yourself, you're not selling your team. So I'm not sure what team you're part of. But if you're part of a team, your team must have certain production behind them.
Yeah. Oh, my team is definitely a great team. They're the Corey Witherspoon team. They're a fabulous team.
But you're
They're
reacting now. See, your pitch should be, I'm part of this organization and
Amazing.
team that has done this much business. We help people make this kind of decision. When I was brand new in 2014, I had 3 months in the business. You know what I would say to people? My team has 16 years and 3 months of business. 16 years Sonnet, 3 months me. My team has sold 52 homes this year. 0 Kunal, 52 Sonnet. So what you're doing right now is you want to have a path of success, but you're not leveraging. And is your team part of EXP?
Yes, they are.
So I'm not sure what your team's production is, but a lot of people say, well, my team is new with EXP. My team did only 20 million, 30 million, whatever million. You know what your team is? Is 7 up and 7 down. That's your organization. Some of you who are not on a team say, my organization has done 50 million, 80 million. My organization is in 20 states, 30 states, whatever it may be. My organization is 50 countries. That's the leverage. So what you're doing is you're selling yourself short by selling yourself. The sale is not about you, my friend. The sale is about your brand around you, your team, your organization, your brokerage. The day you switch that over, 100,000 is going to be back pocket. But you got to change that mindset. There's nothing wrong in having a goal from going 20 to 100. And you can get that next 14, 16 months. But let me ask you this. If the market shifts and home stops selling, interest rates go to 7, 8%, what is that you're going to do? Still want to be a top producer or make more money?
Make more money.
What's your backup plan?
I don't have one right now.
So here's the thing. It's not about being a top producer. It's about building your brand. People must know of you no matter where you're at. Down market, up market. When the market is challenging, half the realtors who are part-timers, they're going to fade away. But the resilience that you would show building a brand, they will come back to you or to your team. So whatever team you're on, build on your brand today. But there should be no plan B. This is it. Real estate it is. Sorry, I grilled you a whole lot, man. I was hungry.
Great.
But does that kind of make sense to you guys? Yes, please. Shoot, yeah.
Thank you. My name is Carrie.
Carrie?
Carrie, K-A-R-I, and I'm new, like 1 month into real estate. And I'm here. I like what you're saying, but I'm a nurse practitioner, and I've been in the industry for over maybe 20 years. I'm born out. This is my second career, real estate, and I'm making it full time. My question to you is, how do I leverage my healthcare experience?
Sure.
And how do I sell myself?
Happy done. Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Sure.
Where are you originally from?
Nigeria,
Lagos, Port Harcourt, where are you from?
Lagos.
Lagos. I've been there a few times. I could
Okay,
tell by your
cool.
accent, but I could not. I don't want to call you out. So 20 years as a nurse practitioner. Recently, you transitioned to being a realtor.
Yeah, about
Single
1
agent team. What's your setup?
With
Are you a single agent or you're a team?
Frank. Yes. I don't know yet.
Single agent,
Yeah.
but you're part of the brokerage with Frank.
Yeah.
Okay. And what made you get your license?
I've always liked real estate. I want financial freedom. I want to have.
Do you think you can make more money in real estate? Is that why you are in?
I'm born out, number one, from healthcare.
Yeah, I know you don't, but reason you transition is to make more money.
That's the plan. Yeah.
So why should I hire you as my realtor? Do you want me to answer that for you?
Yeah.
I'll be you. Do you believe in having good health? I've been in the health industry for over 2 decades. I took care of patients day in, day out, and I realized once they had the health, they must also have wealth. In the last 6 months, I've transitioned myself to being in the real estate industry. Now I'm helping people make more wealth through the opportunities we have in the Texas market. My team or organization, Abby team, however they brand themselves, has helped so many people make the right financial decision in acquiring assets in the Texas market. If I can get one of them to talk to you and give you those value proposition, would that be of interest to you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
See, this is your background,
Yeah.
but you're not talking about it. 2 decades, you made people healthy. Now your vision is to make them wealthy,
Probably, right.
right? But if you don't say that,
Yeah.
who's going to speak for you? Frank? No, he's busy. He's running a brokerage. You have to have a strong message. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. It's the why. And that's why I was engaging with you, and I can talk to you later on in more detail. But once you have your why clear, why you got your license, maybe it's the family, maybe the fact you're from Nigeria, maybe you came from different income levels, there must be something pushing you to do more.
Yeah.
You're not a complacent human being, but that drive must be evident to your customer, to your client, that I believe in her. I want to work with her, not because she's a realtor, because I believe in her vision. See, it's the vision, then comes your value, and then comes the ask.
Yeah.
Why should I hire as a realtor?
Mine is actually like twofold. Freedom for me, generational wealth for my family. I want to have more properties. And also, coming from the healthcare industry, my goal is to go back and serve the nurses.
Wow.
Let them know, because some of them are renting, some of them are just working without,
So your mission is
thinking
to
of wealth.
have adequate financial success, to go back to your home country and help other people get in the nursing business, nursing industry. Is that correct?
No, nurses here.
Nurses, you want to help nurses here from Nigeria?
Any
nurses.
Any nurse.
But that's your
anyone.
mission.
Yeah.
But to get to that mission, what do you need? The bridge of financial success.
Yeah.
And that will only happen when you're convincing enough to help somebody make that transition, help them buy a home, sell a home, and then you earn commission. That has to be part of your mission statement. Healthcare industry, realtor, but I'm still connected with them. I want to provide for the education, whatever your mission may be. But that has to be shared. If you share that effectively, if it's clear, people will believe in you.
Yeah.
And they will want to do business with you.
Thank you.
This is turning out a coaching session over here. I should move on. All right. So I talked about vision, mission, passion, all of these things. I'm going to share with you my vision right now. This is a rendering of our building. If the clicker works, come on, clicker. There you go. We bought parcel of land in Sugar Land about 3 years back. You know what the Smart Financial Center is? And Telfair is? Right outside on the main freeway. We bought this parcel of land. We're building a 20,000 square feet building. We broke ground about 4 months back. I'll show you some latest renderings. So on the first floor, it's a 3-story building. First floor, we have an event room to host these kind of events. Second floor, third floor is 9,000 square feet each. That's the latest rendering. This is about a week back. Why am I showing this to you? If this is my vision, everyone around me needs to be clear about my vision. My vision is not just to earn so much money, have this mean transaction, or to build one building. My vision is to have multiple real estate assets in the Texas market. My vision is to leave a legacy of impact for my 2 young boys, 6 and 7. Legacy of impact is not about earning so much money, having the money in the bank, but leaving them a path of success through real estate acquisition. In our building, we're going to have co-working space. We partner with Success Space. Glenn Sanford, our founder, bought this brand Success about 2 years back. So we have Success Space, we have Success Coaching. I'm getting certified to be a success coach. In our building on the second floor, we'll have multiple executive suites, bringing in business partners, bringing in EXP agents, coach what we talked about. He'll be coming to our building to do what? To share, make us all better, make us more successful. It all starts with one step. One step. For me, it starts with having one bolt at a time. One bolt at a time. 20,000 square feet building today, I'll have 1 million square feet of building in the next 10 years. I'm going to do it. You know who stands between me and them? Nobody. I do not know how I'm going to win, but I damn very well know I'm not going to lose. Are you wired here today to win or to lose? Get clear about your vision. Lack of vision is the biggest roadblock in our industry. Whatever your vision may be, to earn so much money, financial independence, helping nurses, whatever your driver is. You got to remind yourself every day about your vision. And have your value proposition so powerful that when you speak, they want to work with you as a realtor, as a lender, title company, whatever you do. But it starts off with the vision. So here's a task I'm going to give you. Each one of you, when the next 24 to 48 hours, take your cell phone out and record your own vision statement, whatever it may be, and text it to me. I'll sit down with you and brainstorm with you and help you craft your vision message. Because once you have the vision message crafted, the value will come up and the ask and success will come. So I'm going to give you my cell phone number. It's 832-543-3222. Record a quick message, video message of yourself, talking about your mission, vision, and life. Share that with me. I'll sit down with you, help you recraft that, make that powerful. Because once that's powerful, guess what happens? We become unstoppable. Thank you, everyone, today.